Following disappointing results from Kohl's and Best Buy this morning, we're joined now by Mary Ross Gilbert of Bloomberg Intelligence for more. Mary, let's start with Kohl's. What's going wrong over there?
Yeah, so at Kohl's, there's something happening on the execution side. And I think what this explains, John, is that yesterday, after the close, the company announced a new CEO who's going to join effective in January. I think it's January 15th. And Ashley Buchanan, who's the new CEO, he's coming from Michael Stores, and he's attributed with right-siding that business. But he also has incredible tenure from Walmart, where he was the chief merchant and also the CEO of e-commerce for the U.S. business. So I think that he's known for improving profitability and generating free cash flow. So he's coming to right-size Kohl's, because whenever you have a company reporting a high single-digit or double-digit decline in comp sales, it's alarming. It's particularly alarming for Kohl's because they have Sephora, and Sephora is a real draw and generates revenues. And so that just goes to show you that the core business is down in the double digits, and that's what's concerning, and thus the transition with the CEO that we're seeing there.
Mary, is this a specific execution story, or is this a story of competition ratcheted up across the retail sector by the behemoth of Walmart and also Amazon?
Yes, so Lisa, I think that's exactly what we're seeing. What's happening is they're losing share, likely to off-price, likely to the mass merchants. We saw great numbers coming out of Walmart. They also cited apparel was one of the better performing categories for them. Now, the other thing to consider is I'm sure they were negatively impacted by warm weather. That's something we're seeing across the board. But for most retailers that are executing, if there was a miss, it was a slight miss. We saw that, for example, with Burlington, with their numbers out today. Their comp sales rose just 1%. Analysts were expecting a rise of 2.2%. But the company said, look, cold weather garb, that makes up about 15% of our sales typically in the third quarter. So if you exclude that, comp sales were actually up 4% in the quarter. So not as weak as it sort of sounded given expectations. And then if you look at Abercrombie and Fitch, they were out with great numbers this morning. Their comp sales rose 16%. And the big news out of there was that Hollister was up 21%, and analysts were expecting that to be up in the low teens.
Yeah. Now,
they did miss a little bit on the Abercrombie side. Weather could have been an impact, and we'll learn that more when the conference call starts shortly with Abercrombie. But otherwise, they're really hitting, I think, on all marks.
Hey, Mary, we've got to go. Some names to watch going into the opening bell. Appreciate your time. Mary Ross Gilbert of Bloomberg Intelligence there.